Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from group 8 and today we are going to present about our group project for subject Construction Engineering Technology Management. So this is my team members which is Muhammad Syahmi Akil bin Nazarul Azim, Arvin anak lelaki Gopala Krishnan, Muhammad Adib bin Zamri, Nurmin anak Mincong, and myself Danish Akmal bin Hairul Nizam. So our group project contain background of project, objective or feasibility study, building layout, substructure component of the complex, substructure component of the complex, costing, project management and project planning of the project, and conclusion. So the first thing that we have to know is the background of this project. This project was appointed by Saim Dabi Berhad to propose a shopping complex as a part of the Pago Education Hub development. Saim Dabi Berhad is a Malaysia trading conglomerate. Its core business operate and serve in the industrial, motor and logistics sector as well as the healthcare and insurance segment. The location of this site is near to campus Tun Hussein All Malaysia University, UTHM, Pago. Pago is one of the constituencies in Muar, Johor, except for the booming oil palm and rubber industry and some other form of agricultural activity. Pago, which encompasses the Muar River, has made the headline twice for being inundated by two of the worst floods the country had ever seen in 2006 and 2011. But despite its reputation of being a flood-prone area, it does not hinder the progress of development, both property and infrastructure. This is a result of Pago being gazetted as Bandar University Pago (BUP), a new education hub in the northern region of Johor. Pago is accessible via one of the main interchange on the North-South Expressway, the major expressway on the west coast of Peninsular Malaysia. There are several federal government institutions in that town, including Institut Kemahiran Belia Negara (IKBN) and Malaysian National Service Nasuha Camp. Shopping complex, also called shopping mall, with accommodation made for automobiles. A shopping centre is a collection of independent retail stores, service, and a parking area conceived, construct, and maintained by a management firm as a unit. Shopping complexes are generally of neighbourhood, community, or regional scope. The smallest type, the neighbour centre, usually has a supermarket as a focus, with a daily convenience shop such as drugstore. Aspect considered by planner when a shopping centre is to be built, including feasibility of the site in terms of the community's ability to support the centre, adequate vehicular access and size, access and topography of the site, as well as availability of utilities, zoning law and land use in the immediate area, economic condition of the area, the sociology of the region, and local commercial competition and attitude determine the size of the centre that can be supported and the kind of store acceptable to a given local. Next is the objective of this project. This project will allow students to obtain daily supplies or necessities at a shopping complex adjacent to the student campus, allow students to have many options to find necessities and save from incurring costs, especially for transportation costs. For feasibility study, an analysis that had been considered in this project relevant and project-related factor is including economic, market targeting, technical and operational feasibility to ascertain the likelihood of completing the project successfully. In economic, cost and benefit need to be carefully examined. It can also improve the living standard of traders in Pago who trade in this shopping complex. The non-target market is also among UTHM students, staff and the local in the Pago area. The risk may be the lack of traders who want to do business in this area due to lack of attractiveness. This problem can be solved by conducting a large-scale promotion by UTHM to attract UTHM students to visit the shopping complex. This is the building layout for ground floor. This floor have 10 stores, cafe, washroom and toilet. It also have easy access parking for visitors. This is the building layout for first floor. This floor have 6 stores, 3 food booth and rest area. The total floor for this shopping complex is 1 floor only, including ground floor, and have 16 stores for total both floor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adib. So now I will presenting about our group substructure component of the Sandabi shopping complex. Firstly, we need to know what is foundation. So the foundation is referred to as the substructure and the building itself is referred to the superstructure. The foundation primary function is to support the load of the superstructure and evenly distribute the load to the soil. Because the foundation transmits the loads imposed on the structure to the soil below, the type of soil used is critical. The foundation is designed as shallow or deep depending on whether the soil is stable or loose and unstable, as well as the type and size of the structure. A solid foundation should support the loads without sinking or settling more than an inch. Even the settlement should be consistent throughout the structure. Foundations are required to be strong and stable because the soil type in the area may not be solid. An inspection of the soil and surrounding areas is required to determine the type of foundation that must be built. A foundation is a part of a structure that is in direct contact with the ground and which loads are transmitted. Every structure, no matter how large or small, requires a foundation. The foundation bears the weight of the building and ensure its stability. For the site, we need to ensure the types of soil. In EDU Hub Pago, the construction site is more to sandy sand. When the percentage of sand is in soil is high, it is referred to as sandy soil. It has the largest particle size of any soil particle. Sandy soil is also referred to the light soil. In general, sandy soil is composed of 35% sands and less than 50% sand, silt and clay. Sand is primarily composed of small pieces of eroded rocks with a gritty texture. The majority of soil particulate in sandy soil are larger than 2 mm in diameter. Sandy soil does not become sticky. It lacks cohesion. The structure is light and loose. As a result, it lends itself well to construction. Sandy soils makes an excellent aggregate for concrete. Aside from cement, it can also be used as a mortar construction material. Sandy soil is also used to build exterior rendering materials. Because of its chemical resistance, it is used. Sandy soil is also ideal for use of filling sand. So, after we ensure the types of soil, we can jump into what foundation we will use. As a developer by Sandabi had to propose a commercial project at Pago Education Hubs, the foundation to be used that is suitable to the soil is deep foundation. A deep foundation is a type of foundation that transfers building loads to the earth further down than a shallow foundation, thus to a subsurface layer or a range of depth. Deep foundation's function is to transmit the weight of the building to the firm layers deep inside the ground. In this foundation, the depth to width ratio is greater than 4 to 5. When compared to shallow foundation, the foundation distributes the weight of the superstructure vertically rather than laterally. When the required loads from the superstructure cannot be supported by shallow foundation, these foundations are used. Another reason we prefer deep foundation is that they can be prefabricated off-site, allowing for faster installation on-site. Then, the foundation induces piles depress and compact the soil, increasing the piles bearing capacity. Following that, the piles will keep the facility safe and strong for many years to come while increasing overall productivity. The foundation piles cannot be attacked by subwater marine beds. Finally, vibrations are produced when piles are driven, affecting neighboring structure. The foundation have another disadvantage also in the piles, which is piles can corrode and require daily inspection. So lastly, we use friction piles as our pile foundation. We also use pile foundation in the substructure. Pile foundation is a type of deep foundation that consists of a slender column or long cylinder made of materials such as concrete or steel that is used to support the structure and the transverse load at the desired depth via end bearing or skin friction. Because of its suitability with the types, soil and foundation, we use friction pile as our pile foundation in this project. The frictional force between the surface of the pile and the soil surrounding the pile, such as cliff or sandy soil, transfer the load from the structure to the soil. Depending on the soil strata, friction can develop along the entire length of the pile or along a specific length of the pile. In general, the entire surface of a friction pile works to transfer loads from the structure to the soil. The pile's capacity is determined by multiplying the pile surface area by the safe friction force developed per unit area. When designing a skin friction pile, the skin friction that will be developed at the pile surface should be thoroughly evaluated, and a reasonable safety factor should be considered. Aside from that, one can increase the pile diameter, depth, number of piles, and make the pile surface rough to increase the friction pass capacity. So that's all from the substructure component from our group. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Arvind and now we are going to discuss about superstructure component of the Sime Library shopping complex. What is superstructure? A superstructure is an upward extension of an existing structure above baseline. Superstructure is to distribute the load to the foundation and stabilize the load from building, and also transfer the load from the roof to the ground vertically. Beam. Beam is a horizontal member of structure carrying transverse load. Beam support the load by resisting being bent under the load's pressure. Beam resists the force in the lateral way as the force is applied to the axis. Beam also carry the floor slab or the roof slab. This is step of construction of a RCC beam. And the next one is reinforced concrete. It is a composite material that has a low elasticity but higher rigidity and flexibility because of the incorporation of reinforcement. Its strength and durability and also be able to hold the two-story mount. The usage of precast concrete allows for a faster and safer construction. And we have used chill beam for our shopping mall. It is used for cooling and ventilation spacing where a good indoor environment and individual space control is value. Use water to remove heat from a room and are located in the room space, and primarily used in location where the humidity can be controlled, maximizing the opportunity for free cooling and heating. This is a very important part in a constructing shopping mall. Walls. Rebars insist the concrete wall have a higher compressive strength. Clay bricks were also used as one of the components to construct the wall for this shopping center. Blemishing bond. The brick walls were then cladded with concrete before being given a paint finishing. Plastering works. Plastering work is a thin layer of a mortar applied over the masonry and it acts as a damp-proof coat over the brick masonry work, done together with internal wall finishing, and thickness of plaster is 20 mm on both sides. Staircase. The primary purpose of stairs is to provide a simple and easy means of moving between levels. The basic components of staircase are the thread, the horizontal surface we walk on, the riser, the vertical part between each thread and the stringer, a structural support that holds the threads in place and provides stability. These are two types of roof in same dive shopping malls we have suggested. First one is flat roof. One of the combination of roof for this shopping mall appears to be completely flat with no pitch and also fewer maintenance requirements for the flat roof. And the second one is a Spencer glass roof. Looks more attractive besides allowing natural lighting into the mall, and it can also perfectly seal against rain and wind. These are two main type of doors in our Sime Derby shopping mall. First one is sliding door, which is for entrance door. For operating option which is fully automatic, off open, always open and always lock. And also have sensor which can be used to detect obstacle in the path of closing doors, and it also maximize the any natural light, and finally it's a eco-friendly threads. And the second one is partly gas door. It's usually used for shop lots. Partly gas door for small shop lots such as a handphone repair shop, female jewelry shop and gift shop, etc. And it also high frost resistance, and it's easy to clean and also bring visual openness. Now we have come to the final part of our superstructure component of our shopping mall, which is floor system. Floor system are the horizontal plane that must support both lift loads, which is people, furnishing, and movable equipment, and that loads the weight of the floor construction itself. The second one is that the appearance of floor, like the rest of the design elements, affect the emotions of customer and their loyalty to given place. And general requirements of any floor of any building should be strong enough to support its own weight and any loads imposed on such floor and have a fire resistance. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syamil Akil. So, I will talk about costing, project management, and project planning. So, for costing for our shopping complex, we divided to two type of cost, which is labor cost and material cost. So for the labor cost, basically we figure out the average annual hours work before we figure out the annual employee labor cost lah. So basically we multiply the average number of hours each employee works each week and the weeks work per year. So we can get annual hours work. After we manage to calculate the annual hours work, so we can go through for the second step, which is we multiply the employee hourly rate in Malaysia, which is 8 hours, multiplied by annual hours work. And then we manage to get the annual employee labor cost. So for the material cost is part of the cost. So in this material cost, we propose summary of element, which is substructure, superstructure, infrastructure, and preliminaries. So the total cost for substructure is 440,990 ringgit, and cost per meter square is 286 ringgit and 4 cents. Next, the total cost of superstructure, which is 590,403 ringgit and 20 cents, and for the cost per meter square is 460 ringgit and 99 cents. For infrastructure, the total cost of infrastructure is 29,156,876 ringgit. And the last one is the total cost of preliminary is 133,740 ringgit and 65 cents, and cost per meter square is 94 ringgit and 46 cents. After we add the total cost of these 4 elements, and we can get the total of material cost, which is 30,540,640 ringgit and 85 cents, and the cost per meter square is 977 ringgit and 33 cents. So for the project management and planning of the project, we propose a bar chart. So the table show the project management and project planning of the project. We using a bar chart, and this bar chart is contain how much month do we use or we consume and activity that we do the process of the project. So this bar chart is will help us complete the project smoothly, and as we can see, we can surely know that what happened before, what happened now, and what happened after. So in this table, we propose some activity in the project, which is foundation, backfill, basic wood, ground floor, first floor, roof, finishes, and cleaning.
My name is Normin Anak Mincong, matrix number CN2110007. In conclusion, this is a core course which will provide an understanding and ability to analyze and design structural elements. Among the topics discussed are objectives and methods of design, costing, analysis, and design of section for moments and shear, and detailing about commercial project design. Furthermore, the student will be exposed to the concept of substructure components and superstructure components of complex. A proposed commercial project to be detailed shopping complex to be constructed in Pagoh Education Hub. In this building, detailed plans on design are prepared as per standard specifications. After that, the attempt of this project made us understand concept of design of slab, beam, column, footing, foundation, substructure component, and superstructure component of complex. In detail, we also gain knowledge in software like AutoCAD and some codal provisions. In this commercial project, analysis and structural design has been done for a commercial building of a shopping mall in Pagoh Educational Hub. Lastly, detailed drawings pertaining to the structural design of the shopping mall are presented. The shopping complex is built with almost all the amenities required for the people to get entertained in their busy schedule. This structure is going to be designed with the view that all the entertainment facilities should be made available under one roof. That's all from me. Thank you.